Hello and welcome to Showtime 112. We're doing another historic reenactment of a mission that is set in the context of Arab-Israeli conflicts of 1970s. Now this one occurs on October the 7th, 1973. Some of you may recognize this date. This is day 2 of the Yom Kippur War. If you're not familiar with it, let me just briefly recap. The Yom Kippur War was a surprise attack by Arab coalition led by Egypt and Syria. The objective was to regain control over territories lost previously to Israel in 1967 war. And somewhere after that conflict, Arabs realized that they couldn't actually match Israeli Air Force on equal terms, so they decided to try a different approach. They acquired large quantities of surface-to-air missile batteries from Soviet Union, types such as older SA-2, SA-3, and also the latest SA-6. Now, SAM missile was still a relatively new weapon, and there was not an efficient strategy, efficient tactics, efficient weapons against it. So this was a very, very dangerous opponent to any air force. Now, Israelis also realized this, even before the Yom Kippur War, that this would present the largest threat to their air force operating freely over the battlefield. So on day 2 of the war, they decided to launch an operation called Model 5, whose objective was to eliminate surface-to-air batteries in the Golan Heights region, Syrian batteries. This mission was carried out by F-4 Phantoms armed with unguided bombs. They were supposed to locate the SAM batteries and attack them. However, overnight Syrians moved their batteries to different locations and camouflaged them. So when the Phantoms arrived, they had trouble locating the SAMs. After luring them in a sort of a trap, the Syrian batteries all of a sudden opened fire against the Phantoms. Dozens of missiles were fired. Some Phantoms were shut down. The others were forced to fly very low altitude and flee back to the base. Now this caused further losses because then they entered the range kill zone of radar-controlled air-to-air guns, the infamous Shilkas. Now this operation was pretty much of a failure for the Israelis because only one battery was actually destroyed, and losses among the Phantoms were very high. Now the Syrian Air Force wasn't just observing it passively. Some of their latest MiG-21 MF interceptors were launched into the combat as well, hoping to take advantage of the confusion and maybe shooting down some of the Israeli airplanes defending the SAMs. We are now joining the flight of the Syrian 5th Squadron, led by Major Higazi. We are on our way towards the Golan Heights, and as I mentioned earlier, we will try to take advantage of the situation and maybe intercept some of the Israeli airplanes. And we have landed safely with the Syrian pilot Major Kokach. He's one of the pilots who managed to damage an Israeli Phantom over the Golan Heights. As for the war, it dragged on for another 2 weeks, with ceasefire being achieved through the mediation of the superpowers, USA and the USSR. The Arabs failed to meet their initial objectives, and the territory they lost remained in the hands of the Israelis, even after the ceasefire. As for the Arab surface-to-air missile batteries, Israelis never managed to find a proper solution for it until the end of the war. It was only 9 years later that they devised an effective strategy. The only thing that actually worked during the Yom Kippur War was when Israeli ground forces actually reached the batteries and destroyed them. And in some instances, Arabs actually run out of missiles, so Israeli Air Force was able to get some breathing space. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to press the like button. This is very important for the channel. If you want me to try and do some more reenactments of any missions from this war, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do it if possible. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please do. A lot more content is coming, and keep watching us. Bye everyone.